Come on, Jeremy. You can do this. All right, here I go. It was a dark and stormy night. Oh, no, I can't start a book like that. They'll laugh me out of the writer's nook. All right. It was a dark and oh, come on. That's the same thing. It was the best of times. They'll know. They'll know. Come on, Jeremy. You can do it. You're a New York Times best-selling author. You're the author of Over the Waterfall and Under the Drawbridge and 7 Maids with 7 Mops, 15 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. Surely you can just sit down and write another book. All right. Don't think about the deadline. Just concentrate. I got nothing. I know what I'll do. I'll talk to the muses. They've been known to help people like me from time to time. Hey, muses, are you out there? It's me, Jeremy Dent. Remember, you've helped me in the past. Look, muses, if you're out there, go ahead and log into your YouTube account. And that way you'll be able to communicate with me. That's the way writers do things nowadays. It's all online. Go ahead and log in and maybe you can help me out. Oh, I feel you out there. Muse Griffin, Muse Karen, Muse Mary Maggie. Oh, I feel your power. You'll help me, won't you? Oh, Muse Dana, you're there. Okay, all right. Here's what I need. I need a title for my next best-selling book. Hit me with something, muses. What have you got? It has to be snappy. It has to leap off the shelf. Muse Frank is out there. Oh, that is a wonderful, wonderful title from Muse Dana, Going Nowhere. I love it. It's existential. Going Nowhere. All right, excellent. The name of my brand new book is Going Nowhere. All right, here I go. I need a first line. That's all I'm gonna ask you for, muses, not the whole thing, just a first line. Come on, you could do it. What is the first line of the brand new Jeremy Dent best-selling book, Going Nowhere? Just dig deep, muses. Oh, Muse Karen has it. It's Give That Woman an A+. Brilliant. It starts right in the middle. All right. Muses, you've done it. You've saved me. I feel I can really write this book now. Here I go. Going Nowhere by Jeremy Dent. Chapter 1, The Woman. Give that woman an A+, not just for effort, for she did more than try. She succeeded. Her name was Galinda Galore, and everything Galinda Galore touched turned to gold. She lived in a beautiful penthouse apartment that overlooked Fifth Avenue on one side and the vast expanse of New York City sprawled out before her on the other. She was the youngest editor at her firm ever to bring in 5 bestsellers in her first year. And now she ran Good House Publishing with a heart of gold and an iron fist. Oh, yes. Give that woman an A+. On this particular day, Galinda sat musing with her elbow on the windowsill as the gray sky of a New York City early dusk rolled out before her. She heard the soft footprints behind her and turned to see the one face that could make her smile more than any other face on earth.
Galinda, I think I found another bestseller.
Cynthia, what would I do without you? My beautiful secret weapon, hand it over.
Here you go.
Oh, tell me all about it, Cynthia.
Well, it's about a princess who falls in love with another princess, but there's a lot of problems, and it really reflects contemporary society. Galinda, am I going to get credit this time for discovering a bestseller?
Oh, sure, Cynthia. When the time is right, I promise I will put your name forward, but we wouldn't want to shove you into the limelight too soon.
Well, it has been 5 years since I've been helping you out secretly.
I know, dear, and I appreciate it so much, but I'm grooming you. You know, I had a lot of struggles coming up too fast, and I had to deal with a lot of terrible tensions and strings pulled and a lot of disrespect. When we put you out, it will be the right time.
Galinda rose and walked over to Cynthia, employing the carefully learned technique of handling by placing one hand gently on her shoulder as she spoke.
Cynthia, trust me. You are in good hands.
Oh, thank you, Galinda. Thank you for giving me hope. I'll keep working hard for you.
You do that. Now back to the slush pile.
Okay.
And off she went. Galinda looked at herself in the gilt frame mirror that hung on the wall above her marble fireplace. Sometimes, if she peered too deeply, she saw secrets she dared not confront. And so she covered them up with a smile and a brush of her mascara. And she allowed them to sink deep down again.
Off to pitch the manuscript.
Off she went, leaving Cynthia behind. End of chapter 1. Chapter 2, The Office of the Man. Galinda opened the door without knocking and walked into Charles Mulroney's office.
Chaz, darling, Chaz.
Chaz could not be heard at first. His voice was deep inside him because he was so intimidated by Galinda's splendor. Finally, he summoned the courage to speak.
Galinda, what an unexpected pleasure to see you.
Well, you shouldn't be unexpected. I'm right on time with this year's masterpiece.
Oh, this looks very interesting, very intriguing indeed.
Charles had been stifling the impulse to asked Galinda to take a step towards the personal in their relationship for the past 6 years. Today, however, he had had 2 martinis before breakfast and figured, dash it, now or never.
This is so good, Galinda, that I think we should celebrate, you and I. I think that we should celebrate with maybe dinner and, I don't know, a show.
Well, Chaz, I'd love to, but I work so hard. I've got to get back to climbing, crawling through all those manuscripts. These masterpieces don't come on their own, do they?
Jeremy.
Well,
Hello.
oh, what are you FaceTiming me for? I told you I'm working today.
I just want to know when you're going to get here. The kids want to see you. I mean, I'd like to see you at some point too.
Andrea, I am working. I told you that if you went to the summer house, I wasn't going to be able to join you.
Jeremy, it's like this every summer.
Don't you understand how hard it is to churn out these books? I know you do.
I know it's hard, Jeremy, but I need to tell you that it's a lot harder to be here with the kids, all by myself, trying to manage everything. I need you here, Jeremy.
I have to finish this. I have a deadline.
Well, I hope you're not using that assistant that you've used in the past.
What is wrong with my assistant now? Oh, come on. Really?
Just a little too much assisting.
Is that what this is about? Are you still telling me that you don't trust me?
Okay, just a little bit. I don't trust you, Jeremy. And I don't like being all the way over here and not knowing what you're doing. I don't see why you couldn't just bring your laptop and work here.
Because it's too distracting with the kids and with you. And what's really bothering me is that I made one mistake. That was 12 years ago, and you are never going to let that go.
It's hard to let something like that go, Jeremy. You've got to understand. It takes time to work through these things, and I know 12 years seems like a long time, but I still have a lot of trauma around it. Jeremy.
Honey, I love you.
I love you too, Jeremy.
And I've always only loved you.
You mean that?
You know I do.
Okay.
Can I please finish this? It's Friday night. Let me just get this done and I'll come up on Sunday.
Jeremy, that would be so good. I'll make your favorite breakfast if you can get here before 9.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, honey.
Bye. Okay. Where was I? Galinda looked into Charles' eyes.
I would love to go get a drink with you, but I have to work.
Charles, now that he was alone, allowed his feelings to well up until finally he let them loose in a tremendous volcanic scream. End of chapter 2. Chapter 3. Galinda at home. Galinda was sitting in her chaise lounge, fanning herself with her peacock fan, when Cynthia entered again.
Excuse me, Galinda. Um,
Have you got something for me?
well, I actually have a proposal that I get a new job and I'm no longer an intern making minimum wage in New York.
Galinda barely heard what Cynthia was saying, for the truth of the matter was that, try as she might to suppress it, the sound of Cynthia's voice played Galinda's heartstrings like a cello.
Sure, sure. Um, just leave it over there and I'll sign it.
Really? Really? You sure you don't want to look at it?
Cynthia was a beautiful, beautiful girl. She had dark, piercing brown eyes, thick black hair that felt like a soft pillow Galinda imagined when your cheek was pressed against it. Bright, white teeth surrounded by two rose petal lips that were always, always in bloom.
Cynthia, I think you're right. I think we should work more closely together. It's
Oh, that's so exciting. I've always wished to just sit at your feet and learn.
Yes, it's not right that you should be all the way over there by yourself with the manuscripts, and I'm all the way over here working in the office. We should spend more time together.
She said as she glided across the room.
Oh, I am honored.
Why don't we start with lunch?
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I never dreamed that I would be mentored this closely by my hero.
Galinda, of course, drank her lunches, and gliding to the wet bar, she poured 2 martinis, one for her and one for Cynthia.
Oh, don't make it too strong. I'm not used to drinking much.
If you want to move up in the publishing world, you got to learn how to hold your liquor. Start here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Tell me all about yourself.
Well, from the time I was in college and I learned about your career, I aspired to be just like you.
Jeremy,
Oh,
hurry
God.
in. Jeremy, come on, FaceTime me quick. Look,
What?
the editors are crawling up my butt to get your book out in 2 weeks.
Okay, I am working on it. Listen, you're my agent. You're supposed to keep that stuff away from me, not bring it here and dump it on me.
I'm not dumping it on you, Jeremy. I just got to tell you, they need it in 2 weeks. They know you can do it. 5 bestsellers in a row. Come on.
Jocelyn, I'm on to something. The Muses gave me a great idea. It's called Going Nowhere. And it's about this woman, this powerful, successful woman who's madly in love with someone that she should not be in love with, someone that she has no right to love because she works for her.
Oh. Wow.
What?
That sounds like that. Didn't we just talk about that the other day?
What?
That's the big secret I was telling you about at the publishing office. The editor and her assistant. Oh my God. That's what's going in your book? Jesus. I'm gonna get fired, Jeremy.
Look,
I'm fired.
I'm gonna hide everything, all right? Don't worry about it.
Okay, change names, gender, whatever you have to do. Honestly, I love it. I do. It's a bestseller. I love it, Jeremy.
Jocelyn, just let me get to work, okay?
God, look, can we meet for drinks later? Oh, okay, never mind.
Jocelyn, wait. You and I. It has to stop.
You say this every time you start a new book, Jeremy.
Jocelyn, I'm a married man.
And you tell me that every time you start a new book.
Jocelyn, it's wrong.
Jeremy, when we do this, the bestseller comes pouring out. And what, you're stuck right now, right? Because we haven't been doing anything in a month. You're stuck, right? I get it.
But I made a promise to my wife. We have to stop.
And what about the promise to me, Jeremy?
We are a great writer and agent team. That's what it always was with us, isn't it?
You're the best team, Jeremy. The best. You have written one right after the other, every time we've gotten together. And you write about us, Jeremy. You write the secrets I tell you.
Jocelyn, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen anymore. Now, please, let me get back to work.
Let's just talk later, okay? But 2 weeks, Jeremy, you gotta get it out. Please call me later. Just call me later.
Galinda called Cynthia into her office. She was determined to maintain appropriate feelings and appropriate behavior. Cynthia worked for Galinda. It was a professional relationship. And that was
Whoa.
all...
I'm sorry. What? Whoa, Jeremy, time out.
Whoa, what? Who said what?
I love this person. She is my lifeline to my creativity. She is hugely beautiful. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I'm telling you what to do.
And I'm telling you that it does not feel right. I think my love and passion for this person and the synergy that we have when we work together is beautiful, and you're making it sound ugly.
You're her employer. It's professional.
That is bourgeoisie bullshit, and I don't want to be hemmed in by that. Look where I live. Look at the success we've had. If we played by the rules, we wouldn't be here.
Listen, Galinda, if I didn't think you wouldn't be here. I think I have a voice that is more important than yours in these matters.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I can tell you is how I feel and who I am.
Cynthia.
Look at her. Just look at her.
I know. Believe me, I know. I wrote her.
I really would like to have an affair with my employer. I think she's really sophisticated and attractive, and I could learn a lot from her.
Do you love her?
I really admire her. I worship her.
Okay. Do you see what's happening here? This isn't the right feeling. She doesn't love you. She's doing this because she thinks she's going to get something from you.
Enough. She is going to get something from me. It is a mutually beneficial relationship. Why are you turning it into something evil?
Because there's a power disparity here. Do not do that. I expressly wrote in your character map, you don't do that.
Well, I must have missed that because nobody's ever talked to me like you're talking to me before. All I can say is I love her and I have something to offer that she wants.
And I want to climb the ladder to success, and I will do anything to become an editor of this magazine.
Cynthia, I'm going to send you off to the library for a little while. Cynthia went to the LIBRARY. Look, Galinda, don't you hear what she's saying? She doesn't really love you. This is like all kinds of human resources problems. And that's not important, of course. What's important is that you have an ethical soul. And you know that it's not right to take advantage of her.
I'm not trying to take advantage of her. I just love her. Maybe she'll learn to love me.
Listen, if you were out here in the real world like I am, you'd know that you don't always get to be with the people you love.
Well, what's all the success for then? What am I doing it all for? Just so I can live in some 37th floor penthouse, 5th Avenue cage?
All right, you're so smart. I'll make you a deal. You can be in love with Cynthia, but you lose your job and the two of you are poor.
Fine.
We'll see what Cynthia thinks of that, won't we? Chapter 4, Going Nowhere. The call came in at 6 o'clock, without notice, without warning, like a thunderbolt from heaven, like Zeus's lightning in the heart of a mortal. Cynthia lost her job. Wait, I mean, Galinda lost her. All right, okay. I guess we both have Cynthia on the brain. Galinda lost her job.
Galinda, darling, my sweet love, I just walked the poodles.
Hello, Madge.
Are you working hard again?
Of course. Well, funny you should ask. I'm actually at liberty at the moment.
That means that I don't have to walk the dogs all by myself again?
Well, I'm free to go for a walk with you, Madge.
Excellent. You know,
Madge was in love with Cynthia and had every reason to believe that Cynthia was in love with Madge, for that's what Cynthia said that one night they spent together.
Jeremy, do you mean Galinda?
I'm sorry. Oh, God. Yes, I mean Galinda. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Jeremy. I really think I should be the star of this book, and that's what you're hearing from your
I think
subconscious.
maybe you're wanting to write a scene for Cynthia, so I could just.
No.
who is she?
All right, stop. I'm sorry, Madge. Not right now. Madge, I'm gonna send you off to a spa day. SPA, yeah. Let me just start this again, okay? Chapter 5, Going Nowhere. Galinda was broke, devastated, and Cynthia was there to hear about it.
Oh, Galinda, they treated you so terribly. I am so sorry.
They've revoked all of my rights to all of the books. And they're suing me for all of the royalties we've already received.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, Cynthia, I don't know what I would do without you. But with you here, it almost seems worth it. I've gotten what's really precious in life.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? Pick up the phone. Come on. I'm so tired of this.
Jocelyn, I beg you, let me finish this one page and then I will call you, I promise.
You know what's going to happen? Your wife, she already knows because you write it in your books.
Please let me finish this one page.
You can go ahead and finish your page, Jeremy, but after that, we are done. And just see how you start writing after that, because I know that every single bestseller came from me and our love. And I'm never, ever gonna just do it.
Galinda looked into Cynthia's eyes and asked her directly, "Do you really love me?"
Do you really love me? Do you promise to stay with me always, rich or poor?
Love is such an abstract concept. I really admire you. I worship you. I admire the career that you used to have.
Oh, I see it now. You don't.
I sort of love you.
No, you
But
don't.
Galinda was now clear-eyed.
You just wanted me as a rung on the ladder.
Oh, that's not true. If I felt that way, I would already be gone. But I won't be gone yet. I will be gone after I get the job offer that I want from your old publishing house.
Unless Galinda had anything to do with it, Galinda stormed to the door and opened it.
The door is open. You can leave. But I wouldn't be expecting any job offers anytime soon if I have anything to do with it.
Please don't do it to me. Please. I love you. I remember I love you now.
Too late.
Cynthia, realizing her game was up, left. Do you see?
All right, checkmate.
This is something, huh? Here I am talking to you, my alter ego, I suppose, trying to work out this sickness we call love. You have the entire world of fiction at your disposal. You could, hell, all I have to do is type FLY and you could fly. Don't you have anything better to offer me than bad examples?
I said we should be in love. I said love could win out. You're the one who doesn't believe it.
You heard what she said. Do you think I have total control over everything you people do?
If you have a world where everybody is motivated by greed and aspiration and getting somewhere, then that's what's going to play out. But what's so important about getting places anyway? I've gotten places and I can tell you it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know what being on the 37th floor of a penthouse gives you? A great place to jump from.
Don't jump until I finish this.
Jeremy? Pick up, Jeremy. Pick up.
Hello?
I can't believe you. All this time I thought it was your assistant, your agent. Jocelyn called me. She told me everything. And I just want you to know that you don't need to come here.
Wait. Wait.
Wait.
No,
What am
no,
I waiting-
no. You're right. I I think you and I are done.
Okay. Well, I guess you've known a lot longer than.
No, no, that isn't true. But I'm sorry, I love her.
All right. All right. I've got to go take care of the kids.
Wait, what are you going to tell them?
What do you think I should tell them, Jeremy?
Can
What do you
can you
think?
just not tell them anything until I'm there and we can talk to them together?
I don't even want you to come here, Jeremy.
Okay, we're gonna have to deal with the kids.
I'll tell them that you need to talk to them. Maybe you can FaceTime them later. Don't come here.
Galinda, what was wrong with that Chaz guy? Why couldn't you just love him?
Would have been very convenient, wouldn't it have been?
Yes. Isn't that how fiction is supposed to work? Beginning, muddle, end. And in the end, everything works out.
Fine. Fine. I'll go back to Chad. I'll tell him I made a terrible mistake. I can't stop thinking about him, and maybe I'll get my job back. You're right.
Okay. No. Come on. That's not what we want, is it? No.
Why
Chaz,
not?
It's not what I want. It puts me in the same position, really. Although I do want to spend time with Galinda. She needs to want to spend time with me.
it's
Chaz,
so trite.
I
Unrequited love.
really, I do want to be back. I mean, I was foolish. I thought that I would have, fairy princess love, like in the manuscript I gave you. Two princesses fall in love. There are things to overcome, and they live happy after. But that's not real life. We're old. We're experienced. We know what real life is.
Jeremy, you forgot that I was the one who discovered the manuscript. I was the one who discovered the other ones that were on the New York Times bestseller list. Why am I the bad person here? I should be the hero.
Okay. Maybe Cynthia and I need to have a talk.
Yes.
Cynthia, when I wrote you as the very physicalization of love. But don't you see what happened? You don't love Galinda. It didn't work.
I could try to love her. I could try harder.
You can't try to love someone. Either you do or you don't.
Well, she's been taking credit for all my work. Why should I love her?
That's a really good question. Why should you love her? If I can answer that, if I can write a scene between you and Galinda in which she shows you exactly why you should love her, will you?
Yes.
Where do you want it set?
In her penthouse.
She was fired. She lost the house.
In my garret apartment in Jersey City.
Yes. You promised.
Yes.
Chapter 6, The Garret. Cynthia stood in the middle of the single-room garret apartment. The low slope of the roof came just inches above her head when there was a knock at the door.
Come in.
I hope you don't mind. I took the bus. I wanted to bring you something. It's a manuscript I wrote.
But why are you bringing it to me?
I wrote it 20 years ago, but I've never had the courage to show it to anyone, and well, there's nobody else's opinion that I trusted. I
Trust my opinion that much?
You're the only person's opinion I trust at all. And I
But
thought,
why did you let me be an intern for 5 years?
because I'm a bad, cowardly person. And you were everything that I wanted to be and knew I wasn't. You have a great eye and a huge heart and that magical dust that can see forward into what will be a hit. I was learning from you and I was taking advantage of you, and I am ashamed. But I'm hoping that from what I've learned from you, I've put in that manuscript, and maybe you can take it and make a hit out of it.
I don't know what to say. I'm overwhelmed to think that you would put so much trust into me, but I promise I will read it and I will get back to you and let you know my opinion.
Their eyes met.
What do you want, Jeremy? Why are you calling me? Jeremy. What?
Yes. I'm calling you because I realized something. I realized that I was keeping the real love of my life at arm's distance, but for all the wrong reasons. True love was there. It was there all the time, but I was afraid of it. Can't you understand? I was afraid of it.
How are you afraid of it, Jeremy? You write it every book.
I was afraid because we spent so much time raising the children and earning money and working, and I was just afraid that I wasn't good enough for her.
Wow.
Oh
So-
God, I love Andrea. I love her so much.
I know, Jeremy. I read it. Right there in front of me, what a fool I have been for 5 years.
I'm so sorry.
I'll read it in your next book.
I have to call Andrea. Andrea, pick up, come on. Andrea,
What?
I love you.
Please.
No, please listen to me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for all the pain that I've caused you. I'm so sorry for all the broken promises. I was afraid.
What are you afraid of, Jeremy?
I was afraid that I couldn't be what you needed.
Why do you think I married you? Because you were the person I loved. You were what I wanted. You were what I needed, of course. And you couldn't know that all this time? You didn't know that? And you thought you weren't. Oh my God. Jeremy, what? Who have you been all this time?
Galinda? No, not like that. Not like that. Andrea, there is no reason on earth why you should take me back into your heart. But I'm asking you, please take me back into your heart.
You know that I haven't said anything to the kids, of course. And you never left my heart. That's the problem. Because I still love you too, Jeremy, but I can't do this. I can't do this with you. I can't do this with you.
No,
I just need you to be with me. I need you to.
I am. I'm coming. I'm not even going to finish the book. I'm going to just pack up and I'm going to head up to the house tonight, right now.
No more books. No more Galinda. We don't need this place. I don't care that we stay here. We just want you. I just want you. Don't work so hard. Be with us.
I'll be up there in 3 hours.
Okay, we'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
Galinda? I love my wife.
I love my assistant.
Did we
My former-
find it?
What?
Did we find it?
Maybe worth a try.
What if we're still making big mistakes?
I think maybe that's part of the deal.
I guess if you're not trying to get somewhere, you'll always be going nowhere. You want me to write you and Cynthia somewhere?
I think maybe we're good where we are for now, and we'll be here when you're ready.
All right. I gotta go.
Safe travels. You should get going.
Yeah. Go. That is our show, my friends. Thank you so much for being here and celebrating the oh my goodness, sorry about that. Celebrating the opening of A Novel Approach. Let's bring the entire cast back on stage in order to thank you themselves. On the count of 3, let's have a great big bow. 1, 2, 3. Appearing in our show tonight is Kat Coppett, Kat give a wave, Nikki Vilas, Eileen Tumlin, Louise Ritchie, and making his Synergy Theater debut, please welcome Scott Rawson. My friends, thank you all so much for being here. If you enjoyed this show, well, then you're in luck because we are here every Thursday and Friday with a brand new improvised show. Thursdays at 6 o'clock Pacific time, Fridays at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Come back and watch us. We have 6 new shows that you haven't even seen yet. And plus we're going to be doing another performance of The Little Known People of Oz and a novel approach. So we've got a whole wonderful season for you. And crowning our season right in the middle of the summer on June 12th, we have Synergy Theater's Summertime Galapalooza. This is an interactive event. You buy a ticket, you come into the Zoom room. We have games, we have activities, we have mingling, we have a show, and you get to help support Synergy Theater because this is our annual fundraiser. And every dollar you give us will help us to continue furthering our mission of building a better world through the art of improvisation. So please come to our Galapalooza. If you can do that, you go to www.synergytheater.com, click on Support Synergy Theater, click on Attend the Galapalooza, and buy a ticket. We will see you there in the room where it happens on Saturday, June 12th. My friends, thank you all so much for being here. Please spread the word. Please come back. And always remember, Synergy Theater loves you.